Oh, well, hello there, little flower. I never expected to see a florist pop up at the night market. I don't believe we've met. My name is Avalon. It is my pleasure entirely to meet you. I run a little shop near here. I'm sure you've heard of it. Avalon's Leaves and Portents. Oh, you have heard of me. I just knew you would have. But why have I never seen you inside my little shop? Oh, there's absolutely nothing to be nervous about. I promise that my clients are eccentric but entirely harmless. Well, most of them. Come, my moonflower. All of the blood has rushed from your face. You look paler than me. There is nothing to be nervous about, I promise. If you ever wander into my shop on some dark night, I promise I will protect you. What kind of things am I offering? I offer whatever your fluttering heart could desire. But to the masses, I offer a little something for everyone. I have these little stained glass light catchers. Glass movement I have in them in many different shapes. But the bats are particularly popular in the current season. I offer these little animal yarn weaving charms. They all have their own meanings pertaining to luck. This little black cat, as an example, will help you to come and go as you please and keep you focused on your own affairs. Yes, it is a very kind way of saying it will help you mind your own business. And no, I was not implying anything. Cats are simply a very popular animal. Only monsters dislike cats. No, for you, I would choose for you, where is it? The blossom. I will help you flourish and meet your full potential. Here. A charm is only as powerful as the faith and belief you give it. So hang it somewhere you will see it every day, and this little yarn, red rose, will protect you and bring you joy whenever you look upon it. And of course, I sell candles for intimacy and different crystals, but between you and me, the crystal girlies are always my weirdest customers. Oh yes, I make everything in my shop from scratch. The Halloween season is always busiest. It is a time that the magic of All Hallows Eve captivates us, all regardless of belief, and everyone grows just a tad more adventurous. Think of me as a seasonal resort. I see most of my business during a short period of time in the year, and then I have plenty of free time to work on next year's harvest. You never did tell me what a florist is doing in the night market. I have been attending them for a very long time, and I don't think I've seen a single one of your profession attend. Ah, you are indeed right. There are many beautiful flowers that flourish in the light of the brightest moons. There's night frolics of South Africa, the beautifully scented gardenia, the evening primrose, the Casablanca lily, the nocturnal orchid, and the aptly named Queen of the Night cactus. All gorgeous, pure white flowers that reflect the moon's light. But my favorite flower is the moonflower. It is such a delicate flower, one needing attention and patience. Planted in the earliest night of spring, you will not see the bloom of this beauty until fall, but she is so worth the wait. Wouldn't you agree? How do I know so much about flowers? Well, I have very many interests that take up my time, but one of the attractions of my shop is I could see into people's futures using tea and tea leaves. But I can only do it if the customer brings in a plant they have grown themselves. It must be connected to their very essence if you want the clearest of visions into one's future. Oh, I see a glimmer in your eyes. I've said something that has intrigued you, my little moonflower. Would you like me to look into your future and see what it holds for you? There's nothing to be ashamed of, I promise you. I have had many skeptics like you walk into my little lair with nothing but cynicism and leave a captivated believer. I am no con artist. I swear on the very moonlight that blossoms those beautiful flowers behind you that I am very real. If you're interested later, after the market has closed, bring me your best flower, and I will give you a free reading right here. No parlor tricks, no currency passed. I will show you what the future has in store for you. Then I bid you a fruitful evening, my moonflower. I will expect you at my stall when the moon is at its highest. Well, we meet again, my moonflower. I see you have decided to take me up on my offer. I knew you were interested. Come and take a seat. Now tell me, what have you brought me as an offering? No, I do not want you to tell me anything about yourself. False seers are very good at reading people. They ask who they wish to speak to, what they are hoping to gain from this experience, what they feel, give vague questions in hopes that you will give them answers that you will believe. I simply want to tell you to tell me about the flower you have provided. A gorgeous gardenia, the white rose, gentleness, purity, innocence, refinement. Everything I would say describes you. You picked the perfect flower. We will take every piece of the flower, the petals, the leaves, the sugar, photosynthesized within the stem, the pollen, and we will use them to infuse the tea that will show us your future. And with the magic taught to me by my ancestors, I will be granted this vision. We grind the leaves and steep them in the scalding water to purify the path I must walk to see your future steps. We lay a single petal, a boat to shepherd me safely through the turbulence of your obstacles. Sprinkle the pollen, the growth and future of this plant to reveal your own. And we squeeze the sugar from the stem, the fruits of the labor of work. An offering to the spirits to show us our toil, that we do not take this gift of foresight for granted. Now I must recite the ancient words taught to me by my ancestors, who learned these same words from theirs before them. Adote mi textoris fatorum, ascendente mihi fata novi, sanguis ascendete mihi postere. We must now drink of this nectar together, for we must connect to one another, so I may walk down the path of your future alongside you, see where you will walk, what you will become. Delicious. Such a sweet and delicate taste, smooth texture, and dangerously sippable you are, moonflower. I see a woman, beautiful and eternally devoted. She's holding something in her hands, impossibly large. 'Tis you, sitting upon her palms in luxurious claws. You are looking upon her with love and fealty. Her fingers are steeped like a cage, but you do not beat against them. You are safe within and radiate appreciation and warmth from within. You are happy to belong to this woman. You are fulfilled. Yeah, all right. You look... I see. I must have made the texture too strong. But I want to be sure it would work. Oh, your heart is filling to burst, love. It's all right. This will work. I suppose there is no need to continue on with this reading. You will not hear much more anyway. Come here. I do not wish for you to hit your head when you lose consciousness. You are awake, my moonflower. You were out much longer than I intended for you to be, but for the first time in a long time I was worried that my tea wouldn't work quickly enough, and I would have to catch you in the middle of the street, and that can cause complications. I hope you understand. What have I done? My love, I am not some evil villain about to expose to you some dastardly plan. You have finally come to me, my moonflower. I have been watching you for so long, in your little corner of the city, the beautiful garden in the middle of the cold concrete of the industrial mass that has infected this place. I knew I had to have you the first time that one of my customers brought in one of your flowers as a catalyst of their fortune readings. You're growing a special breed of snapdragons that year. The colors were so vibrant. The blood red splashing over the crisp whites, bleeding into delicate pinks. I could see the beautiful soul you were from the flowers that you nurtured. Even the most clueless of my flock brought in beautifully grown flowers whenever they were grown from your seeds. But, unfortunately, I am a creature of the night, and you are nourished by the warmth of the hateful sun. I was never able to talk to you, always out of your home at the crack of dawn, and nestled within your little hovel. I apologize. Your cozy apartment by sundown. But I finally found my chance. When they announced the night market would be reopening, I requested from the organizers that they hold it this time of year instead of in the spring, as they often do, and that they put our booths together as, wouldn't it just be the perfect attraction? Buy the flowers and then buy the leaf readings. They did not question me further. I've been waiting so long to meet you, to see and feel the hands that have brought so much beauty to my life. And just as I knew you would, you came to me. You saw me and you were drawn. You had to know my heart as my heart yearned to know yours. The ritual I performed before you was very real. I had to see if what I yearned for was possible, and nothing I said was a lie. You want to belong to me. You want my love to protect you from the harshness of the world around us, my moonflower. And I promise you that I will. I regret to say, however, it took a toll on me to perform this true seeing. I usually do not have to exert such efforts when a simpleton waltzes into my shop. They will believe anything that I tell them. Their minds are so open. But you, I had to see the truth. And the energies of sewing are taxing on me. I must feed, and I wish not to taste any other but you for the rest of your days, my moonflower. I have tasted your very essence in the tea you presented to me, and it was a most delicious succor. I know after having had you, my hunger will never be slaked by anything else but your blood. So I ask you, my moonflower, allow me to drink deep from your nectar, and I will protect you and cherish you forever. You will remain here within these walls, to tend to a beautiful garden we will nurture together, and reap the fruits of, where you will never again have to deal with the harshness of the world that has become. No more rudeness, no more anxiety, no more fear. Fill me, and I will in turn fill you with nothing but love. Be mine.